Billy Joe Saunders just did a very interesting interview on IFL in the last couple of days, where he was talking about a fight which is being worked on for him next. And he was given some very cryptic clues, some would say not so cryptic clues, about the identity of this individual. He said this guy is the man at middleweight and that the fight may happen in this guy's country, not in the United States. Who else could it be other than Gennady Golovkin? Some people have said Canelo, but again, Canelo don't have any belt at middleweight at the moment. He's not regarded as the man at middleweight at the moment. So I have heard there's some type of belt on the line for Canelo against Chavez, but is that going to be a middleweight belt, a super middleweight belt? I don't know. So there's the potential for it to be Canelo, yeah. But from what I saw in this interview, which I'll link to in the description below, he seems to be indicating that it's actually Golovkin. So it's either going to be Golovkin in Kazakhstan or Canelo in Mexico. Because again, he's saying it's not going to be in the United States. If it is Golovkin, wow, kudos to Billy Joe Saunders for taking that fight in Kazakhstan. Some people would say that if it is Golovkin looking past Danny Jacobs? Because that's a fight he's got scheduled at the moment. Will he pull out of the Jacobs fight? You know, what's going to happen there? Also, Billy Joe Saunders said something else which was interesting. He was asked about the Canelo Chavez Jr. fight and he said, I don't think that fight will happen. And the reason why I said it is because, well, he explained that he doesn't think Chavez Jr. can make the weight and that there is $1 million fine for every pound that Chavez Jr. is overweight. So if he comes in 2 pounds overweight, $2 million, Billy Joe doesn't think that Chavez Jr. will be able to do that. So that just could be his genuine view, or maybe he knows something that we don't. Maybe he knows the fight's not going to go ahead because he's going to be fighting Canelo. I don't know. You have a watch of the interview for yourselves if you haven't already seen it, and tell me what you think. I think it's personally very interesting. And from what I deduce from it, it seems like he's talking about Triple G, Gennady Golovkin. And if he is talking about Golovkin, and it's going to be Billy Joe versus Golovkin after Golovkin gets rid of Danny Jacobs, if he gets rid of him, then how do you see Billy Joe doing against Triple G? We know Billy Joe's brave. We know he's very slick. He's got good skills. He didn't look good in his last fight, that has to be said. But I'm sure he would up his game and up his levels if he was to fight Triple G. He's with Adam Booth now and so on and so forth. So I'm sure he'd be very professional going into a Triple G fight and would see the best Billy Joe Saunders ever. Would it be enough? Remember, this is the same Billy Joe Saunders who several years ago, prior to the Eubank fight, he said that Gennady Golovkin could beat him, Eubank, and the other middleweights all on the same night. This is what Billy Joe was saying. He's changed his tune since then. He's saying, no, if I was going to fight Triple G, I believe I would beat him. Is he just saying that? Does he really believe that in his heart of hearts? Is he just doing it for the money? Is he just doing it to save face? You tell me what you think. Does Billy Joe Saunders have a chance against Triple G? And as I've said previously in other videos, you're only as good as your last fight. So right now, the majority of people will definitely say Billy Joe Saunders has no chance against Triple G. He'll get wiped out. But if Triple G struggles with Danny Jacobs, looks bad, takes a lot of punches, gets outboxed for periods of rounds or maybe whole rounds, loses some rounds big on the scorecards. If that happens, but yet he still comes through with a victory maybe, then there'll be a lot more people who believe Billy Joe Saunders could not only, well, maybe not beat, but some people may feel beat Triple G, but at least give him a lot of problems if Jacobs is able to give him problems. Okay. And I know Jacobs, style and ability wise, is different than Billy Joe. Styles make fights. So I'm not saying I agree with that particular assessment if these things happen. I'm telling you, this is what boxing fans, a lot of boxing fans are going to be doing. They're going to be changing their whole view of Triple G and saying, you know what? I think Billy Joe's got a good chance now against Triple G. if he struggles with Jacob. So we'll see, people. Let me know how you feel at the moment, though. That's what I'm interested in. And again, let me know what you make of this Billy Joe Saunders interview where he seems to be suggesting that he could be fighting Triple G next. Or maybe you think it's somebody else. Maybe you think it's Canelo, or maybe there's another fighter out there. It depends how you interpret what Billy Joe says in this interview. All right. So let me know. It's happening. I'm out.